Oh, hello. If there's any extraneous noises, there's gasmen doing all sorts of work in the street and occasionally around the house as well. But it's quiet at the moment, so it should be okay. But if there are any drilling sounds, just accept my apologies. So, in Isaiah 65, I want to just do 3 verses today. Keep it fairly short. 17 to 19. Let me just read it first of all. See, I will create new heavens and a new earth. The former things will not be remembered, nor will they come to mind. But be glad and rejoice forever in what I will create. For I will create Jerusalem to be a delight, and its people a joy. I will rejoice over Jerusalem, and take delight in my people. The sound of weeping and of crying will be heard in it no more. Let's just look at a couple of points on that. First of all, many of you will recognise there's a lot of the stuff in those 3 verses. You get the same things in Revelation. It's Revelation chapter 21, where it talks about a new heaven and a new earth, and no more crying, no more dying. If you want to understand Revelation, you need to realise that an awful lot of the ideas and the imagery in Revelation comes from the Old Testament, particularly the books of Daniel, Isaiah, Jeremiah, Ezekiel, Zechariah and Joel. 1 and 2 others as well maybe, but they're the main ones. If you want to understand Revelation, you need to understand the Old Testament, because that's where a lot of it, the thinking and the imagery comes from. But anyway, we have here, I will create a new heavens and a new earth. Things are going to be completely transformed. It's one of the things I've been bringing out again and again and again, and it comes through again and again and again in the Bible. Our God is a God of transformation. He transforms situations, He transforms you and me, and there's going to be a complete transformation, with new heavens and a new earth, and a complete transformation of us at the end of 1 Corinthians 15. It says, we will be transformed in the twinkling of an eye when Jesus returns. And let's just look at some of the things that will happen. One, it says new heavens and a new earth. Now we can understand why we need a new earth. Why do you need new heavens? Have you thought about that? Heaven and earth, often we think of them as being separate, way far apart from each other. Not in God's thinking. They're meant to be close, interlinked with each other. It says, the former things will not be remembered, nor will they come to mind. We'll try and edit those things out. As you've seen the video, what bit about the tripod falling down, you know I've edited things very effectively. So, where was it? What was I talking about? Right, yeah, been through traumatic times. Even if we got through them, they can have a lingering effect. What God is talking about here, that will not be the case. The former things will not be remembered, nor will they come to mind. This is complete new heavens, new earth, new you. It says, but be glad and rejoice forever in what I will create. I will create Jerusalem to be a delight, and its people a joy. Now, if you stuck with any of these things in Isaiah, if you read Jeremiah, if you read Ezekiel, you'll see that that Jerusalem and the people of Jerusalem were anything but a delight to God. And if we're honest about ourselves, there are times in our life when we are anything but a delight to God. But God is creating Jerusalem to be a delight and its people a joy. He's creating you and me to be a delight and a joy to Him. It says, I will rejoice over Jerusalem and take delight in my people. God will rejoice in us. He will take delight in us. And look at all the things He said about the people of Jerusalem. Say in Isaiah, Ezekiel, Jeremiah. And if you look at yourself and think you're beyond the pale, No, you're not. You're not beyond the blood of Jesus. You're not beyond God's salvation. None of us are. And the sound of weeping and of crying will be heard in it no more. We're not talking about a temporary reprieve. We're talking about a permanent healing. So on that note, amen.